Hello everyone, back tuning in to today's second video, looking at the ECMWF extended model for today's second video for the UK and for Ireland for the next 6 weeks, and I shall get something back for you in a moment. Just say that first. Video today was 6 AM upload, got weekend broadcast and data 14 there, coming for you later on today as well, so please check out all of today's content. Like, share, subscribe on the videos. Thank you so very much, everybody, for doing that. Thank you so much to ECMWF.int, by the way, for supplying the charts. Wow. Thank you so much, EC. Right, well, we're going to start off with the week 1 mean cell pressure anomaly. I got a lovely Saturday, by the way. Chilly, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. Right, to start off with the week 1 mean cell pressure, and I'll tell you from the 13th to the 20th of March. So, the coming week we'll have high pressure across Greenland and Iceland, with low pressure across the northwest. Europe looks unsettled and still potentially a bit on the cold side. We bring up some mild red hats into the southwest, but cold air never far away, I don't think, from the north. From the east with this scenario. The 500 millibar height anomaly looks like that. High pressure a little bit more towards the Canadian side of Greenland, but otherwise plenty of low across the north and the west of Europe. So temperature anomalies are going to be colder than average in the north, cold in the north, a little bit milder in the south next week. And precipitation wise, it looks unsettled with above average rainfall there, not just the UK and Ireland, but pretty much of northern and western Europe. Goodness gracious me, well, wicked. Right, week 2 will be the 20th, 27th of March. Let's have a look. So still low pressure in from the Atlantic into Western Europe. Still some sort of high pressure up towards Greenland, but a diminishing scenario, maybe. The 500 millibar height anomaly looks like that. So below average heights, low pressure pulling out more into the Atlantic, actually. Temperature anomalies in week 2 are going to be close to average. Still cold up to the north, milder out to the west. Wow. And precipitation anomalies for the 27th of March looking like that. Still a bit on the wet side, perhaps not quite as wet, but still above average rainfall. Wow. Be a wet old March, wouldn't it, if that comes off? I don't know, do you? Week 3 will be the 27th of March to the 3rd of April. So we've got some low pressure then across Western Europe. There's the 500 millibar heights looking a trough through the west of Europe. A bit of blocking back close to Greenland again, so where that's forcing projection and that trough southwards there. It might be. What's the 500 millibar temperature, I should say, looking like? Not much of a signal. Still it's a bit cold up to our north. No signal really for the UK and Ireland or average. I expect that could be quite cold though still. And temperature-wise, very weak. Precipitation-wise, I should say, what I'm talking about. Been a very long week this week. Precipitation anomalies. Only about average, really. Right, week 4 is going to be the 3rd to the 10th of April. I don't know. Some high pressure towards Scandi and some low pressure in the Atlantic. Got a bit of battle going on between low pressure in the Atlantic and high pressure over Scandi. Possibly. Maybe. 500 millibar heights. Looks like that. A little bit indicative of battle. Below average heights in the Atlantic. Above average heights over Scandi. Easterlies could be meeting westerlies. The irresistible force against the immovable object may be there. Temperature anomalies go a little bit milder. That's probably just be between the high and the low. Perhaps have a little bit more of a southerly type influence. And it looks rather wet out to our west, but dry up towards the northeast. I think that's a little bit indeterminate that week. Week 5 will be the 10th to the 17th of April. Here we go. Oh, still a bit of a Scandi type hint there. Some low pressure around Spain. 500 millibar heights. Oh, well, that looks a little bit better, though. Look at that. Some above average heights sitting up over and to the east coast. Now, that could start to bring up more of a southerly. That could start to bring up more of a southerly type flow. That would be proper spring. Temperature levels are going above average there. That's the first sort of sign of proper spring that we've seen, I think, for a while from the ECM extended model. Proper spring by the middle of April. And a little bit on the dry side too. So it could be very, very pleasant. Very pleasant week there, potentially. And then last week 6 with the 17th, 24th of April. This is it. Oh. Not much to work with there. Let's put in a question. Should we sing Marvin? Should we sing Marvin? Should we sing Marvin? What's going on? I'm so sorry. Let's have a look at the 500 millibar heights. How's that one looking? Still a bit of Scandinavian high type hint there, though. How's the temperatures looking, I should say? So a bit on the mild average side. That was quite pleasant, though. Despite the Scandi, we're still going rather milder, and precipitation was like that. Very weak signal, but could hint at like being reasonably dry. Oh, well, that was that was interesting, wasn't it? So it looks like I've got more chilly, unsettled weather to go through the rest of this March. Maybe further rain and snow at times. That could last actually even into early April, but there are signs here that April might transition into something drier. And what I have to say, GavsWeatherVids spring forecast will be shaping up quite nicely there. We do get a transition from like cold weather in March to something warmer as we progress through April after cold start to April. That'll be bang on, you know, we GavsWeatherVids spring forecast. But we'll see about that. Never mind. Anyway, that's how it's looking this week. It's just a snapshot. It could look completely different. Let me look at this again. On Tuesday, of course, on Tuesday we'll do the wider European outlook with the EC extended. And then we'll do this UK Iron Focus video again next Saturday morning. Well, I'll be back later on with weekend forecast. That will include the weather for the weekend. Obviously, our attention football team there. That's going to include all the regular features. Keep taking back to the channel for more. Oh, blimey. I'm going to go and collapse somewhere. And we'll see you a little bit later on. Bye for now.